إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون.
Coming up next, creative use of plastics.
Plastic bags like scrap metals also used to be indiscriminately dumped in the environment, but since an economic value was founded in the scrap metals, they disappeared completely from town.
6 books launched at one go. Weekend Spectrum tries to find out the contents of the latest books written by a renowned Gambian teacher. Gambian intellectual Margaret Bajan Ellis speaks to us about her career prospects in Washington and her impressions on the state of infrastructure in the Gambia after being away for more than a decade.
I cannot drive around in the Gambia anymore.
Why?
Because I seem to get lost in my own neighborhood. There is so much development, so much building, so much construction, houses, compounds that were so huge are now so tiny because we have so many buildings in one compound.
Charles Taylor is found guilty. Weekend Spectrum examines the implications of this development and asks whether there are any lessons to learn.
It's a major victory for human rights.
In my mind, and in the minds of over 75% of the Liberian people in Minnesota is now still guilty. Guilty. We predicted that there would be a political judgment rendered at the end of the day. And the Americans and brothers just prove us right. And so it's a mockery of democracy.
Unreligious and unhealthy, some peoples in Gabon are going all out to gain more money, perhaps more influence at the expense of human sacrifices.
It was here that they found the body of my son. His corpse had been butchered like an animal's.
You're watching Weekend Spectrum on Grts, a program that spices up your weekend with human interest stories in and outside the Gambia. I am Mamadou Diallo.
And I am Ndekumba Demba. The non-biodegradable plastic bags and bottles in our surroundings constitute a great danger to efforts of sustaining the environment. The chemical contents of these materials are harmful to both human and animal health. As dangerous as plastic waste is, its management in a sustainable manner is a daunting task. Well, a community-based organization at CIFO, calling itself Young People Without Borders, seem to have made a breakthrough. They are using plastic bags and bottles to construct their office structure. How the project was made possible and what is keeping it afloat, Modulamin Sise went to find out.
Plastic bags like scrap metals also used to be indiscriminately dumped in the environment, but since an economic value was founded in the scrap metals, they disappeared completely from town. In this project of Young People Without Borders, that option has not been left out. Incentives are provided for people who are able to provide plastic bottles and plastic bags. Let's find out how it went down with the children of the community. This house located here at Sifo Primary School is being built with plastic bottles filled with plastic bags. It is a project being implemented in the spirit of freeing the environment of plastic waste, something Young People Without Borders believes places their environment, animals and health in jeopardy.
We found out that the environment is very dirty, full of these empty plastic bags of all types. So as a result, we thought of cleaning the environment and making the best use of that clean materials, like the plastic bags, empty bottles. We put in plastic bags into empty bottles and then building a house out of it.
So seeing that, our environment is polluting every day, people are sending a lot of waste things which could be transformed into something. And actually, as a human being, there's a reason why we are called human beings, because our capacity to remember, to unite hand with mind.
The organization is very useful to the school because they are working with the children and they help us in cleaning the school. The cleaning of the school is done by them. They come around and then we work with them. Every fortnight they will come and then we clean within the school and the surrounding. And that's why when they came and they say they want an office in the school, I say that is timely, because if they are working with us and they are helping us to keep the school clean, and most of the children, almost all the children are members of that club. It used to be Children Without Borders, but when these bigger the people were interested, the youths and all that, then it was changed to Young People Without Borders.
Plastic is something that does not get rotten, even when buried. If you grow something on it, when it germinates, the roots are affected by the plastic. When an animal swallows it, it may die if not lucky. Thirdly, we women use it to light fire, which causes cancer. All that for us is backwardness. We then realize that ridding our environment of plastic can maintain our health and that of our children. Plastic bags like scrap metals also used to be indiscriminately dumped in the environment. But since an economic value was founded in the scrap metals, they disappeared completely from town. In this project of Young People Without Borders, that option has not been left out. Incentives are provided for people who are able to provide plastic bottles and plastic bags. Let's find out how it went down with the children of the community.
We have our own team, girls team, we do football. So we register as a group there. And this, when we register, we heard that we are coming to build a house with bottles. So we try to fill the bottles. 10 big bottles is for one ball, and 15 small ones is for one ball. So this ball is helping us a lot.
How did you get this ball?
This ball, you used to use these bottles and you fill it with plastic bags and you take 5 bottles. If you take 5 bottles to Khalifa, he will give you a ball.
And so it means people like you in the community, you struggle for bottles, do you?
Yeah, we struggle.
So the more bottles you get, the more plastic bags you collected, the more balls you get?
Yeah, that's right.
That may have been the beginning of strong environmental consciousness on the part of Khalifa Kante. But how about the house? What prompted its construction with plastic waste? Is the idea hatched at Sifo, or was it borrowed from elsewhere?
I met 2 couples from UK who told me they've seen in the internet people building houses out of plastic bags and bottles. I said, amazing, this would be interesting to see. Then a copy of this was extracted from the internet for me that I saw. I said, come on, I would definitely want to try this. And that was when they gave me, and then I started talking to the people here. I came and introduced it to the people, and each time I tell them it seems impossible. But I gave them I gave them the assurance that it's possible and we can do something with this. And then they all again embraced it, and then we started collecting. And I talked to my friend in Denmark who had a company, who is working with another company who is sending her some football materials, mainly footballs, who decided to send me some footballs. I said, okay, I want to use these footballs to involve the young people so that we give them football if anybody fill in 10 big plastic bottles with plastic bags. If you fill 15